Good morning. We wake up in the bright September sunshine for a new day on Hinterland. So the first thing, just to check everything's alright. So we've got food in the hens, and we'll just check the other animals quickly on here. So they haven't used much grain, so that's good. There's still water, there's still hay, and we have 244 litres of milk. Let's have a look how our flour is coming along. 3,000 litres of flour. We're still working through the canola, and we've got 1,553 litres of bread and 1,700 canola oil. So there'll be a pallet to sell of each of that, and 3 pallets of flour should we wish. But for the moment I'm going to let it continue with the bread production. Obviously today the wheat will run out, the canola won't by the looks of that, so we will be out of the wheat, which is a bit disappointing, but we'll have to get on planting. So, a reminder from yesterday, we basically planted this field with oat, which has grown lovely overnight. It's got some small weeds that need dealt with. It needs rolling. We haven't got a roller, so we won't be rolling it. But with fast growth on, then obviously this is why this is so beautiful. It's 50% fertilised, so it's a good yield bonus at the moment. We also obviously prepared the smaller field of the 2 ready that we can sow, and this field itself needs to be prepared. So I think the first job of the morning will be to set the worker, this time on the cultivator, and we will start to sow the small field. Just something a little bit different for you guys watching. So I'm going to start here, and then I'll do this corner self much like we did when we harvested it. Although it's off at a different angle this time, so we will leave that on. Our Valtra is full, so seeds, because we filled it up last night before we went to sleep, and we will pop down the road to the small field and get ready to sow this field, which have a fast growth obviously means fast weeds as well by the looks of this, so we will have to deal with them shortly. So we'll turn on the seeder. I'm going to do this oats as well for the moment. Clearly the power harrow is getting rid of some of them small weeds as we sow our oats. Being a relatively small field, it won't take too long to complete, or hopefully shouldn't take too long. we will get on with it, and we will be back with you shortly when this field is complete. See you soon. And here we are back again, and this field is complete. The weeds are still growing. It needs rolling, but as we said, we haven't got a roller, so we will not be doing that today. So we're just going to head back to the farm and drop off this, and I think I'm going to use this tractor because the speed of the other one is a bit slow. So we're just going to, for now, leave our seeder on the end here. And we're going to I don't actually think that we need. I don't think we actually need this tractor. I think the challenge for this tractor is it's just not big enough, and it's very clunky on the gears. This tractor is far better, even if we have to take it off one implement and put it on another one. So we need to again fill it up. Although we haven't actually filled that up before, so I'm going to go and fertilise our field that we just sowed for the first application, which will be reasonably quick, I'm sure. Yeah, much quicker. I think the smaller tractor was only doing 6 miles an hour, and it took quite a while to get there. So efficiency much faster with this tractor. Be careful not to drive in to the river. We might be able to do this one in 2 runs. We'll find out shortly. That would be nice. Although I have a good tendency of leaving a little strip in the middle when I try to do these things. Let's just check. There's a little strip at the edge. Always the case. I'm wondering whether our second application can we put on our grown field. So we're just going to see if we can do that now. Whilst we've got it on. Let's just quickly check the Yes, I think we should be able to. Yes, we can. We do need to deal with these weeds. This will probably leave a run down the middle, which we can do. The one thing about doing oaks is we can obviously pick up the straw and sell the straw as a additional product of the field. I'm just going to check. Yes, we have a little channel down the middle. So I'll just quickly do this. I know you can narrow the width, but we're just going to do this quickly. And we'll leave this in the shed. And it's fully fertilised. That's good. I'm just going to jump out and show that. So 100% fertilised, a good yield bonus. Does need a weeder, so I'm tempted to first have a look at what's on sale. There's obviously no new things on sale. So weeder wise, is that 9 meters is 51,000. 18,000 for 9 meters. What's that? It's suggesting that you can seed with that as well. 41,000 for 12 meters and 45,000 for 15 meters. Very, very expensive. So I think we would be better off with a sprayer. Let's have a look at the prices of sprays. There's one there for 26,000, which does seem to be 24 meters, and that will do. So that's 18 for 26, 34. Tempted to, yeah, I think what we'll do is we will purchase, it's very expensive, but the weeds are obviously going to rapidly grow in here as well, so I think it's a purchase that we have to make. So we will quickly run on down to the shop. It's a shame there wasn't one on sale. Never is something in the sale when you need it. So we really need to be mindful today that our funds will be very tight, and look for some opportunity to generate some funds. We might have to do some logging. Obviously we can have a look at our pallets here to sell. It's quite a nice little let's go and have a look, see what we've got. So we've certainly got some flour. Expect love how the pallets just bounce. So we've got the opportunity here, if we wish to sell some canola oil and some bread. So we're just going to have a quick look at the price of such. Bonsai eucalyptus aloe vera. Oh, bamboo. Some additional products on here which I hadn't noticed before. So canola oil is actually at a really good price. Bread, we could do with possibly waiting a little bit longer, however I'm tempted to take the canola oil over to the shop. To the supermarket. $3,000. And I think it's worthwhile at the moment, though our funds are low, to take the bread to the port. Oops. And it'll get us a couple of thousand, 2,500. So £5,500, £6,000 just from doing that, which was useful. Now the opportunity here to deal with the weeds, so we will go and fill our sprayer up. Hopefully it fills up at the point where the water does, and we can deal with our field that's grown and the weeds. Otherwise we're going to have to go back to the shop to fill it up. I'm hoping that the buy point here does also, it does, So, half of that pallet has gone immediately. Let's unfold this. Possibly need to go probably a bit closer, which is true. We need to zoom out a little bit. If anybody's got any tips on how they think I should generate some cash, then that would be useful. But this will deal with the weeds for now. It's very hard to see. Where we've been. Just to make a mental note. Ooh. So we'll shortly we complete this. We really need to get the other field planted as soon as possible to really help produce some more arable crop. Can focus on obviously other crops as we go on, but the challenge that we've got is we need to make sure we've got the equipment to deal. So at the moment we've got obviously the combine with quite a small header, which I'd love to upgrade, but we don't have the funds. Although we could actually sell our fertilizer as well, because this would do liquid fertilizer, but we might keep it for the moment. We could sell the other tractor, small tractor that we don't use, or not going to really use too much now, because we don't really need any more than 2 for the moment. And that's that complete. We'll just check that field is now weed free, which it is. And we will attach our drill back to this tractor. I will have a look at how much our little tractor's worth. Someone's bought something off that menu already. So the small tractor that we've got is 30,000. I'm tempted to, yeah, I'm going to sell that. It gives us good backup funds. We've obviously got a header worth 21,000, but it's only 6 meters. If we wanted to upgrade our header, it's not a massive difference when you start going up, but I would like to have as big as possible. So we're looking to triple the price, so be mindful to keep an eye on our second-hand menu. So what we could do is we could start drilling this field a bit along, with leave a good space between, and just not do. Would be quite useful to get ahead, I suppose. What I might do is set a worker on this, and then I'm going to we could deal with these now. There's nobody in this field. We could deal and cut a few trees down. This one is a significant tree. .8 meters long. It's not fell over again. I am terrible at cutting these trees. Still not come down. Here we go. See if I can. Oh, it has. Really long tree. It's killed our truck. So what we'll do is see if we can extremely heavy So they're some decent sized logs with some straight bits. Hopefully, we have to be careful here and make sure that we pick up all the necessary bits. Whoops. Logging's not really a favourite of mine, but it's one when you're doing these sort of plays that we really need to, when you need to get money, it's useful to, as an option. Clearly, the bigger pieces are extremely heavy. So it will be interesting to see what sort of funds we can get with. Doesn't seem to want to fit in there. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what sort of amount of money we will get from this quality of logs, which is obviously much more significant than where we were previously. Hopefully it's better income. We'll deal with the one that's on the bonnet. Careful not to cut my vehicle in two. Will be too heavy, no doubt. So it's got them anyway from rolling off. Still too heavy. They're all too heavy. We'll deal with the large one first. Be nice to get £5,000 for this tree. But we will see. It might not even all fit. There's a lot. All of this is still too heavy, which is incredible, really. Should have cut them smaller. I was cutting a tree up in my garden at home this weekend, and it was certainly easier than this. Clearly wasn't 40 metres long, but that is still too heavy. Let's see how much we can. Let's see if that takes that. It's quite a small piece. We may have cut a bit too small. Some very little bits now. And my stacking is atrocious. Let's see how much we can get on. So our worker has completed, one of our workers has completed its task. So we need to check on who that will be. I'll just move it out of the way for now. We need to do that little corner, but I want to finish this little bit of logging first. Somehow that's still too large to pick up. Incredible. Not sure how high the straps will go on this, but it seems to have been working so far. I would like to get the rest of this on. There is a little bit, oh, there is still a little bit there. Must be 200 kilos pick-up weight. I wasn't always sure. We are now able to pick it up. My really poor stacking is not helping matters, but we will get it in. Oh, there is one that's fell off on the other side. It's probably going to fall off on the other side now. So we have two small bits. Let's see if we can carefully put these somewhere. The last bit, please. Oh, I thought that bit might fall off. And the small bit wasn't really on anyway. Wasn't being held together. One more bit. Let's see if we can. Typical. One more bit, and we've now got 2 bits because it fell off. So I'm going to do the straps again and just see this last bit. Now should sit on the top, would be nice. And we're now going to try and sell this. This truck pulls a good weight. There'll be a few tons on here. Now we'll have to be careful on this corner this time. See how much. Here we go. We've got 1 log left. There's always one. I was a bit disappointed there, only 3,800. And a £50 for the small bit. Anyway, we will be back with you shortly once I've got back to the farm. See what else we need to do today. Ta-ta for now. Welcome back. We've just got into our tractor to finish this little bit on the corner off. And then that will be it for today's episode. Off camera, I will let the worker finish off seeding the rest of this field. And then we will see you again in episode 4, where we've got the rest of September to complete. Yes, definitely I'm looking forward to changing this tractor because it's quite slow in terms of changing its gears, but we need the funds to do that, so it might be a few months before we can, which is why I use it with a worker a lot, this tractor. Because it's quite clunky. Even doing this, just this small bit in the corner is quite tasking. Two runs left and we should be finished. Today's episode has been good. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe, please comment. And I will join you tomorrow, or should I say September afternoon, on the next episode. Take care and see you soon. Goodbye for now.